Chelsea Football Club could be leading the race to sign the very exciting DM from Sporting Lisbon, Ugarte. PSG yesterday morning was seen as the leading light in this, but the Premier League is reportedly a preferred destination of the midfielder, and Chelsea could be about to offer additional bonuses to Sporting Lisbon to go ahead of PSG. We're going to take a look at that and some big updates regarding Harry Kane's and Manchester United and a new deal at Arsenal. Stay with the Football Terrace, hit the like and the share button. Let's go. Chelsea Football Club need a big clear out this summer. And I've been quite vocal in stating that they need to ensure they're getting rid of people before bringing anybody in. That's my thought and feeling around it. However, they appear to have a different approach. The positive news around this, before I said what I said, I had no idea that Todd Boehly was taking a big step away from the club. This is the football decision makers at Chelsea making these decisions. So let's put all that aside for a moment and just assume they're going to get rid of this bloated squad. They still need to buy reinforcements. And they are now heavily linked with the move to Manuel Ugarte. This is a very well coveted, sought after DM who has a number of big suitors around Europe screeching out for his signature, demanding their manager demanding their club go out and buy them. It was reported yesterday that things were advanced between PSG and Sporting and the players' camp, and a 60 million euro bid, the buyout clause, has been or will be made, and he was bound for Paris. But the news has somewhat changed in the past 24 hours. Chelsea offering the same proposal as PSG, with Ugarte preferring the Premier League. They say that salary proposals will be decisive, and that nearly always is for players. They want their money, they want to be paid what they're worth. They've got families, and almost more often than not, extended families that they want to support. So the more money, the better. But another report that's come out of Portugal is that Chelsea could also beat PSG to the punch by offering additional bonuses to Sporting Lisbon above and beyond the buyout clause. Now, for me, I don't know much about this player. I've seen him operate and play 2 or 3 times, and he looks very talented. I saw him against Tottenham, I saw him against Arsenal, and I rate him. I rate him. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know everything about him. He's going to be a superstar. He's going to change the way Chelsea play football, because that would make me a liar. And I'm one of these YouTubers that doesn't believe that you should just say a player is good because everybody's buzzing about him. What I've read about him is very positive. The handful of games I've seen him perform in, he looks very talented indeed. And Chelsea need a DM. And I'm willing to put my own feelings and bias aside around what Chelsea should do to fix themselves, to look at the player and the quality that he may bring to Chelsea. And this could be a standout signing. It appears that Maurizio Pochettino is desperate for him. He's pushing, even though he's not formally the Chelsea manager. We all know he's going to be the Chelsea manager. It's a done deal that just has not been announced as of right now. So it's a one to watch. It's one to keep an eye on. PSG have it advanced, but now the news out of Portugal, and you have to focus here on the Portuguese press. They were ahead of the game with Darwin Núñez's hijack from Liverpool to go and play at Anfield over Man United before any one of the quote unquote tier ones got involved in this. So keep an eye out for the Portuguese media when it comes to players based in their country. They get a lot of things right. They also knew about Chelsea and João Felix weeks before anybody in the UK. So keep your eye out for that one. Exciting times for Chelsea fans. Now, staying in London, Fabrizio Romano has said here that Arsenal proposal to Reece Nelson, 4-year contract, an option included for 1 extra season. As revealed 2 days ago, short-term deal proposal was rejected in April. Talks are now advancing for long-term contract. Parties are confident. A lot of excitement in Arsenal camps today. and a number of other journalists out there. One here whose name I'm gonna say to you is Artie Roche, who works for Football London and the Athletic as an Arsenal writer, has stated that it is now agreed. So there are reports and there are outlets that are saying it's going to be the 4 year deal will be agreed, and Reece Nelson will be staying at Arsenal for the next 4 years. My question to Arsenal fans is, how do you feel about that? Should you be looking for better? Or is this just a case of tying down a good academy player who is happy to be on that bench, happy to be part of the squad? Yes, he may be fighting hard every day to become a first team player, but if he's just sitting there as a backup, will also be quite willing to do that. Or do you believe that this is not a good sign? You should be moving him out from your perspective, thinking we should be moving him out. We should be looking for better. We should be looking to improve the squad with quality in the first team quality. First team quality and make the bench stronger by current first team players being pushed to the bench rather than the other way around. How do you view this? I'm very intrigued to get your opinion on this because Twitter's split. I'm seeing people really happy on Twitter. I'm seeing people upset on Twitter. So I thought I'd put it out to the Football Terrace community. Of course, rivals, we want your opinions on this as well. But it does appear that Arsenal are going to get this deal done with Reece Nelson and he is going to stay as a Gooner. Now, by the way, I want to remind you all that today at 7:30 this evening, the draw for the FA Cup final tickets will happen. Happens automatically at 7:30, so you must get your raffle tickets now. Plus £250 spending money will be given to the winner. Scan the QR code on the screen or click on our link in the description below. The story here says Real Madrid have been offered the chance to sign Tottenham striker Harry Kane this summer in the deal that could see Eden Hazard go the other way. That made me chuckle a little bit because Eden Hazard, I just cannot see Eden Hazard at Tottenham for so many reasons. The biggest being the player's past it, absolutely past his best now. I just don't see any party doing that. But the Kane saga has begun. There's this story in the Mirror. Samuel Luckhurst has come out today and stated Man United are operating under the assumption Tottenham will not sell Harry Kane this summer. They have not ended their interest, but are actively pursuing other options. That is from Samuel Luckhurst. Tottenham are offering him to Real Madrid from one newspaper, but also saying that Man United that they won't sell him to Manchester United or sell him to anybody in the UK. And there you have it, negotiations 101. We ain't selling him to any English club, but we will sell him off to Real Madrid. But we're going to leak that information that we'd sell him to Real Madrid because we want to do one thing and one thing only, and that is very much push Manchester United towards paying the asking price that Daniel Levy wants. The simple fundamental fact of the matter is every single player on planet Earth right now is for sale at the right price. Harry Kane has a price of around 100 million. Manchester United will have to pay that to get him. If we're too far under, it isn't going to happen. That's it. That is the brass tacks facts of this situation. And it isn't worth worrying about or panicking about. It was always going to be a saga. There is the push that United want to get it done early. And maybe Man United will change tack. Maybe Man United will turn around and go, do you know what? If we can get Victor Osimhen in or Ramos in quickly so that pre-season isn't disrupted and we need that striker is so key and pivotal to our future, then they may just go and get that done. But this is how the stories are going to go. One day positive, one day negative. One day positive, next day negative. 3 or 4 days of quiet, then a big brief, then a wow, it looks like it's going to happen. And then it'll be pulled away. And there's so many parties operating at the same time here. Agents doing their bidding, clubs doing their bidding. Man United will want to seem like they're getting it done as quick as possible, as cheap as possible. Spurs want to appear difficult and hard to work with, like they're getting the most amount of money possible. It was always going to be the case. I personally don't think much has changed. That's my reading of the news today. Yeah, Real Madrid have got an opportunity to buy him. Of course. Spurs have maybe made some sort of inquiry. They maybe have to do that so that when Man United do their research, oh yeah, they actually have spoken to Real Madrid. It tempts Man United into increasing their bid or making better terms, a better structure. They say if the media says they spoke to Real Madrid and United speak to their contacts in football and they say there has been no conversation between the two parties, it weakens Tottenham's position. So I'm not saying these things aren't going on. I'm not saying Man United are not looking at other players. Of course they are. They would be stupid not to. Forget Spurs not negotiating. What if Harry Kane breaks his leg on the final day of the season, ruptures a cruciate ligament, tears his Achilles tendon? You need other options. That has to be part of the course. But the saga is the saga is a saga, and it's always going to happen. It was always going to happen. But Man United see him as the number one target. Man United have not given up on trying to buy him as of right now. The idea of him going to Real Madrid in a hazard swap deal is almost impossible, in my opinion, in terms of that particular story. But as ever, I want your thoughts and I want your feelings on this. Should Harry Kane be the number one target for Man United? What is your thoughts on these stories that are circulating and trending today? Hit the like button before you leave. Subscribe to the Football Terrace. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you all again very, very soon. Thank you.